Hey, welcome. So, a lot of us are using AI for, rewriting emails or brainstorming ideas. But while we're doing that, there's this huge shift happening just beneath the surface. We're moving away from simple tools and into the world of truly autonomous AI agents. We're talking systems that can run parts of a business, automate entire workflows, and make complex decisions all on their own. And believe it or not, building one is way easier than you think. So let me ask you this. Is your AI tool basically just a glorified spell checker right now? Because the real magic, the real leap forward, happens when AI stops waiting for you to type something in and starts doing things on its own. That, my friends, is the world of AI agents, and it is a total game changer. And this slide right here, this is the core difference. Think about it like this. Simple automation is like a recipe. It follows a fixed checklist, step by step. If you're out of an ingredient or the oven is broken, the whole thing just stops. It breaks. But an AI agent, that's more like a smart intern. You don't give the intern a rigid checklist. You give them a goal. They figure out the steps themselves, and if they hit a roadblock, they adapt. Okay, so what is an AI agent really? Let's peel back the layers and break down what makes these things tick. I want you to think of it like this. You're about to hire your very first digital employee. Okay, at its heart, this is the definition you gotta remember. An AI agent is a system built around a simple but super powerful loop. It can sense the world around it, perceive its environment. Then it thinks, it makes a decision, and finally it acts on its own to hit a goal you've given it. Sense, think, act. That loop is what separates it from just being a simple chatbot. And if we're going to build one, we need to know its anatomy, right? Every agent basically has four key parts. First up, you've got the brain. This is usually a large language model, something like GPT-4, that does all the reasoning. Then it needs senses, inputs that let it see the world, like reading an email or looking at a website. It also needs a memory, kind of like a notebook to keep track of what it's done and what it's learned. And this is crucial. It needs tools. These are its hands that let it actually do stuff, like send a message or search the web. You put all that together, the brain, senses, memory, and tools, and boom, you've got an autonomous system. Okay, so that's the theory, right? Sounds a little abstract, but what does this actually look like in the real world? Let's dive into some really powerful examples that people are building right now. And the best part? No code required. All right, first up, picture this. A support agent for your company that has literally ingested every single product manual, every FAQ, everything. So a customer can send a text, a voice note, or even just snap a picture of a problem. The agent senses that input. It thinks about the right answer by digging through all that knowledge, and then it acts by replying with the perfect solution, all in a matter of seconds. Pretty insane, right? Or hey, how about this one? This is for anyone whose inbox is just a total disaster. This agent plugs into your Gmail and just watches it 24/7. It senses a new email coming in, thinks about who it's from and what it's about, and then acts by automatically classifying it for you. Is it urgent? Is it just an FYI? Is it junk? All sorted. You don't have to lift a finger. Okay, marketers, listen up, because this one is an absolute dream. Imagine an agent that starts its day by sensing what's trending on Google. It then thinks about a cool angle for a post, does the research, and then acts by drafting up a perfect social media post for LinkedIn or X. It even adds the hashtags and emojis. It's like having a junior content creator who never sleeps. And for all the sales and business dev folks out there, check this out. You can have an agent that just goes out and senses business data from, say, Google Maps. It then thinks about how to make that data useful, finding emails and websites to enrich it. And finally, it acts by organizing the whole thing into a perfectly clean spreadsheet. I mean, think of the hours saved. The days of mind-numbing copy-pasting are just over. So, you see the pattern here, right? This is the key takeaway. These aren't just automations following a rigid script. No way. They are actively sensing, deciding, and acting. In a very real way, they're like little digital employees you can put to work today. Okay, so right about now, you're probably thinking, this all sounds incredible, but it also sounds super complicated. Well, let's just bust that myth right now. I'm going to show you how you can go from just an idea to a working agent without having to write a single line of code. Yeah, using a no-code platform like NN makes this stuff surprisingly simple. Seriously, you just start with a trigger, that's how it starts. Then you add the main agent brain node. You connect your LLM account like OpenAI, and then you give it some tools like Wikipedia or Google search. That's it, a few clicks, and you've built a basic functioning agent.
But okay, hold on. Right now, what we've built is basically a fancy chatbot. It's still waiting for us to tell it what to do. The real magic, the whole point of this, is when we cut the strings and let it work all by itself. So let's make this thing truly autonomous. And how do we do that? It's actually pretty simple. First, you swap out that manual trigger for a schedule. You tell it, hey, run on your own every day at 8 a.m. Then you give it its mission brief. This is its standing order. You don't chat with it anymore. You just give it a clear, detailed instruction, like this one here. This tells it exactly what its job is. Now it has a goal it can pursue completely on its own. All right, so before you go and unleash your new digital army on the world, let's talk about a few best practices. Seriously, these tips will save you a ton of headaches and help you build agents that actually work well and reliably. Okay, first things first, you have to be a good manager to your agent. That means setting really clear boundaries. Be super specific, tell it what it should do, but just as importantly, tell it what it should not do. And hey, don't give it the keys to the entire kingdom. Limit its tools. Only give it what it absolutely needs for that one job. It keeps it focused and less likely to mess up. Oh, and using instruction templates, that's a pro move to make sure you get consistent results every single time. Next up, let's talk about building smart. You have to expect some trial and error here. Debugging is just part of the game, so don't get frustrated. And please, don't try to reinvent the wheel. Use pre-built templates to get a running start. And this is a big one. Specialize, don't generalize. Instead of building one giant agent that tries to do everything, build a few smaller, focused agents that are really good at one thing. It's a much better approach for complex tasks. So as we wrap things up here, I want you to hold on to this one idea. The real power here, it isn't just about making a task you already do go a little faster. It's about building a system that thinks, that adopts, and that truly works for you around the clock. Okay, so you now have the building blocks. You know what these things are and how they work. Your first digital employee is ready. It's waiting for its first assignment, and you don't need to be a coder to hire it. So the only question left is, what job are you going to give it?